Thank you very much for joining me again today. And today I've got a surprise guest, Mr. Tinashe Jonasi. How are you, sir?
I'm so fine and very glad to be invited to this platform.
Okay, so Mr. Jonasi, you have been in jail in Zimbabwe. You were trying to arrest ED Mnangagwa. Tell me about that experience.
The experience was quite horrific, and it was hell, because I realized, you know, when you're arrested by the military, you obviously, you undergo torture, because
yes.
I was taken as an enemy of the state, instead of them treating me as a Zimbabwean who is using his right to demonstrate.
Okay, so what happened? Where were you when you were arrested?
First, I was at Jameson Hotel, outside, of course. I was being done makeup.
Okay.
Because I was starting to work at 11:30
yes.
a.m. It was on the 11th of March. If I'm not mistaken, it was Monday.
Yes.
So I was supposed to walk to Munumchapa building, where there was my three suspects, which is Chiwenga, Mnangagwa, and Mohadi, for looting, for state capture,
yes.
for killing countless Zimbabweans.
Yes.
And there was also South African President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Okay.
So then the soldiers, about almost 29 soldiers in without uniforms, with unmarked white quantum vehicles. Yeah, then I can say they abducted me, because it was not like an arrest. They just grabbed me, put me on the back seat, under the back seat, and then more than 4 were on top of me, and then they drove around for 7 hours with me before they took me to another central police station, the law and order section, which is actually run by the CIO. But
okay.
It's taken as a CID department, but it's CIO.
Okay, so were these wearing uniforms?
No. There were no uniforms. The quantums were unmarked.
Okay. Did they identify themselves?
No.
So they just came where you were?
Yes.
Grabbed you?
Then they acted like they were greeting me. They all stretched their hands.
Yes.
Like they were greeting me. So I mean, you can't be greeted by more than 20 people same time.
Yes.
So I realized that they were up to something. Then
okay.
Before anything, I was receiving a call from a journalist called Mapuranga.
Okay.
A lady called Mapuranga. So as I was on the call, then they grabbed me into the car. They drove me maybe for many hours. I was under the seat.
Yeah.
They were talking to authority, obviously Mnangagwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they've got me, and asking about what to do, because
okay.
they got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't hear much, because it's scary to listen to someone asking what can we do with him.
Okay.
So I was just like, praying,
right.
for my safety.
Right. So after those hours, they took you to law and order
section
in Harare.
At Harare Central Police Station.
Okay. Were you booked?
Okay. When they took me there, it was now the beginning of a series of interrogations.
Yes.
Yeah, I was being interrogated by different departments, the military, the CIO, different government forces. Same questions, like I go to this room, they interview me the same. Who is funding you? Where do you stay in South Africa? Then I go to the other department, same thing.
Okay.
And searching me, taking off my clothes,
okay.
Dogs sniffing me because they thought I've got bombs or something, because they said no ordinary Zimbabwean, sorry, can he walk to Mnangagwa to try to arrest him. So they thought I had bombs, and they wanted to know where I did military training. Although I was telling them that I don't have military training, they said no, you are lying.
Okay.
Calling the president's office.
Yeah.
What must they do with me?
Okay.
At first they wanted to charge me with treason.
Yeah.
Then they changed. They said no, treason would give him prominence.
Yes.
The whole world would want to know
why.
Okay. Then they were changing until then they charged me with insulting and undermining the office of the authority of the office of the president.
Okay.
Because of the video that I said in South Africa, Mnangagwa is a killer. Mnangagwa has got a child with Monica Mnangagwa, of which I still stand by my words.
Okay.
Mnangagwa and Monica Mnangagwa have got a child.
Okay.
So I wanted them in court to so that we do DNA test to Mnangagwa and Monica Mchangwa and the kids. And they refused. They were sending, arresting office military who arrested me as witnesses.
Okay. Right. So after that, you obviously were thrown in jail.
Yes, but I was also being tortured in the police station. Yeah.
With what? How did they torture?
Like electrical shocks.
And did you ask these guys who were torturing? Because I always wonder, when someone is torturing you, do you ask them anything? Did you talk to these people? Okay.
What they do is that they ask you questions, for example, like, where did you train military?
Yes.
And then you say, no, I don't need military training. Then the torture comes when they've been told by Mnangagwa to say, find this information.
Yes.
There's an information, there are questions which comes from Mnangagwa's office.
Okay.
And Mnangagwa wants those answers so that they know who is giving you money.
Yes.
Who is, so that they can deal maybe with those people, with your sources, so that you won't be a threat anymore. So if these people are not interrogating you on their behalf, using their mind.
Are they young guys like us?
Yeah, they're young, like 25, 30. I can say the majority are plus or minus 30.
Okay. And you say to him, no, I am not being funded.
Yes.
And he hits you with a shock.
They shock you because at their superior, which is Mnangagwa's office,
they
want those answers.
And did you ask him, why are you shocking me? This is not legal.
Yeah, they will tell you that you are not cooperative. We want to make your life easy. We don't want to torture you. Make our jobs easy, because we are ordered to have these answers. There is a Harare Central Police Station.
Yes.
Which is a police station in Harare.
Correct.
Then there is a Harare Central Remand Prison.
Yes.
It's a jail in Newlands.
Okay.
It's a prison.
Okay.
It's outside of the police station.
Right. So let's go back where we were. They were torturing you with shocks.
Yes.
Did you confess something just because of the pain?
No, I couldn't, because remember, let's say I saved my life and confess that I was trained militarily.
Yeah.
These people, they know what is military training. So they would ask you again, where did you train? Who trained you? And so if you don't have that information, then still you'll be tortured more. Because if I lie that yes, I trained militarily, they would ask me where and what kind of training you did. Because in military training, remember, there are departments.
Yeah.
You don't train everything.
True.
So they would ask you, what exactly did you train? And they would want more information. And they can ask you again, you trained that information, that training, to use it for what? So the moment you can't confess lies, they would now want more information, and you don't have.
All right. So it was the electric shock.
Yes.
Did they waterboard you?
Yes.
They waterboard you?
They were beating me, but like clapping, like not your.
Okay, obviously, because they know you are a known person.
Yes.
Okay.
But they knew that in 2 days' time I'm appearing. I was arrested on Monday.
Yeah.
Wednesday I was supposed to appear in court. So they knew that if I appear in court, like Trangirai, what he was doing, like injured, it will also caught the attention of the media.
Okay. So electrical shocks.
Yes.
Clapping and beating.
Yes.
Under the feet.
Yes.
With what?
It was more like a pipe.
It was a hose pipe.
Yes.
And these are young guys. How many guys were there?
Almost between plus or minus 30.
Okay. But you know that it's a criminal offense to torture someone.
Yes, I know.
And are you going to be taking any action to prevent this happening to other people in the future?
Yeah, I think the first step is for me to say exactly what happened to me, to Zimbabweans and to Africans and to the world.
Yes.
So to expose it first.
Correct.
Because it's something that is done in the darkness. The darkness doesn't want light.
Yes.
The second obviously becomes the action to report Mnangagwa's administration to the International Court of Justice. Because at the police station I was humiliated, like removed clothes for sniffer dogs. They said you've got bombs, and in front of female police officers, in front of members of the public who were coming there for whatever reasons.
Okay.
And then I was walking naked.
Okay. So you were tortured for how long? How long did this go?
The interrogation took more than 10 hours.
So they arrested you.
We finished around 2 a.m.
Then you then went to the police station, and this happened at night. The same night where you were arrested.
Correct. Non-stop interrogation.
Non-stop by different
questions.
Same questions. They want to see if you're consistent.
Yes.
This is something that is illegal.
They wanted me to know the members of my political party.
Okay.
And their positions and the contacts and addresses.
Okay. Did they take you out to go and search your house?
They couldn't, because I insisted that the address I stay in Pretoria, I can't remember it.
Yeah.
And in Zimbabwe, my address was in the village.
But they didn't take you to the village?
No, they didn't. They knew that in the village, there's nothing. Obviously,
Okay.
they knew I'm staying in Harare.
Yeah.
But I protected my address in Harare.
Okay. All right. So after that, the next day, did they just leave you in the cells?
Okay. The next day, then I received my visit from my lawyers.
Okay.
Yes. In the morning, maybe around 9,
Yeah.
10 a.m.
Okay.
Then my lawyers wanted to know what I'm charged with. And then, yes, and they need to create a defense. And then in the presence of my lawyers, General Chiwenga called the police station. Was the first charge was opened by Mnangagwa
Himself.
No, he didn't come to
Yeah.
open.
But he opened
He called. That his office.
Yes.
Yeah. So his office called to say, charge him with insulting the president, because this guy is alleging Mnangagwa have got a love child with Monica Mchangwa. Yes. Then Chiwenga opened a case, because I did an interview with Margaret of Buzzstock TV.
Yes.
Where I said, when I'm going to arrest these criminals,
Yeah.
the other criminal, I will carry pictures.
Okay.
The first suspect will always wear a cultic scarf.
Okay.
And then the second suspect has got a leopard skin.
Okay.
He was bleached in a wrong way.
Yes, I watched that.
By Mary Chiwenga.
Yes.
So General Chiwenga opened the second charge because of that utterance.
So the president of a country and his vice president.
Yes.
They are involved, the complainants.
Yes.
Right.
Under the office of the president.
Under the office of the president. Then from there, you went where? Where did they take you after Chiwenga called?
Okay, after Chiwenga called, then they added
more charges.
The second charge. Still under the insulting.
The president, not the vice president.
The vice president. But remember, the vice president, I think, is under the presidency. Yes. So,
okay.
So I was charged now with the 2 counts of insulting and undermining the authority of the president, of the office of the president.
Right. So that was day 2.
Which is Tuesday.
Did your lawyer know that you were tortured?
Yes, he knew.
What did they do about it?
I think it's difficult because your lawyers for human rights in Zimbabwe, they are dealing with cases where almost every case is unlawful.
Yes.
I mean, people are opposition people, human rights activists are detained without even a charge.
Yes.
So, I mean, our government is, I mean, there's lawlessness in Zimbabwe.
Correct.
So, it's no longer news that someone was clapped or someone was tortured during arrest.
It's a poor training within the Zimbabwe police.
It's not training.
They think that's what's supposed to happen.
No. They want information from you.
Yeah.
They don't have, okay, our government doesn't have capacity in information gathering.
Investigation.
So what they do simply, they just want to beat you and so that you say anything.
Okay. So day 2, your lawyer comes.
Yes. And then I get a second charge.
Okay. What happened after that? Did they send you into the cells?
No, after that, they took me to the law and order section.
Again?
For further interrogation.
With your lawyer present?
No. My lawyer gone. They wanted now for me to have an audience with Mnangagwa.
They wanted you to meet Mnangagwa?
Yes.
And what happened? Did you agree?
I refused.
Okay. But that was the opportunity to arrest him.
Okay. Why I refused? Because already it was so clear that my arrest, I was not arrested because I was wanted in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I was not arrested because I had committed crime in Zimbabwe. I was arrested to prevent me from going to Mnangagwa and arrest him.
Yes.
But they knew that the moment I'm at Munumutapa building, knowing me as they do, they knew that I was going to cause havoc.
Okay, but were you not afraid that they would kill you if you went to Mnangagwa's office?
Thank you. As Zimbabweans, we are dying slowly.
Yeah.
We are dying slowly. Right now, we are in South Africa.
Yes.
We are waiting to die through xenophobia attacks.
Correct. Yes.
We are waiting to die through high rate of crime.
Yeah.
There's too much crime in this country.
Correct.
You can die for your phone, you can die for 20 rands in South Africa.
True.
People in Zimbabwe are waiting to die through cholera, through lack of medication,
hunger,
through even with a witchcraft or whatever it is in Zimbabwe. The country is a failed state.
Correct.
So we are dying one way or the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you refuse to go and see Mnangagwa.
Yes.
That obviously angers him.
Because it was going to be a controlled discussion.
Yes. What did he do then after that?
Okay. You know, in any meeting, we measure your bargaining power.
Yeah.
So if you go to meet the Mnangagwa when you are under arrest and torture, obviously I was supposed to meet Mnangagwa and agree to anything.
Yeah.
He says.
Okay.
I personally don't believe Mnangagwa is a president.
Okay.
Mnangagwa is ruling the country because he has got guns.
Yes.
Not because he has got people's support.
Right. So you refused to go and meet Mnangagwa.
I refused.
What happened next?
The idea was for me to meet Mnangagwa so that they can give me money.
Okay. Pay you off.
They pay you off in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
When you are talkative and they see you are brave. Because they were acknowledging that, my men, we are at work.
Yeah.
But Urichi Baba.
Yes.
You are brave.
You're brave, yeah. And I agree that you're brave. Because I myself would never go and try to arrest Mnangagwa. Okay, so, right, so you don't meet him. That was day 2. What then did you do? What happened on day 3?
Then day 3, I was appearing in court.
Okay, which court? Which magistrate, high court?
Magistrate, it's called Court 6.
Court 6, okay.
Yeah, at Rotten Row. Magistrate
Right.
Court.
You were charged with what? And how long did it take?
Okay, I was charged with the 2 counts of insulting
The president.
Mnangagwa and Chiwenga.
Yeah.
And then my lawyers were arguing because they wanted me to get bail.
Yeah.
They were arguing that you are not. He never insulted anybody, unless the state proves what he's alleging
It's an insult.
is false. As long as it's a fact, it's not an insult.
It's not an insult, okay?
The state didn't want to prove it.
Yes.
So they refused me bail because they said when I entered Zimbabwe, I jumped the border.
You don't have a passport?
No. I've got a passport, but there was no need for me to produce my passport at the Zimbabwean side of the border. Had they stamped my passport, CIOs were going to follow me from that moment.
So you went undercover?
Because I knew I've got information they wanted to kill me.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So what happened in court? Were you found guilty that very day?
No. It was bail application.
Did you get bail?
No. I was refused bail because they said I jumped the border into Zimbabwe. Although I had a Zimbabwean ID,
yeah,
you don't refuse a citizen bail on condition that I don't have a passport. Because in Zimbabwe, I don't need a passport.
Okay, they were afraid that you're going to run.
They said I'm going to run.
Okay.
Yet I came on my own.
Right. So how long were you in jail? After that, they took you to jail, right?
Yes, I spent about 30 days.
You spent 30 days waiting for your next hearing?
No. I was always coming to court.
Okay, how often would you go to court?
Probably I can say once a week.
For what purpose?
Okay, they wanted trial.
So they refused to bail?
Yes.
Then they gave you a trial date?
Yes.
How many weeks after?
Almost 2 weeks.
So after 2 weeks of jail?
Then we refused the trial because my case, we wanted the DNA test.
Okay, I think let's go back.
Okay.
They put you in jail for 2 weeks without bail?
Yes.
Okay. What was the condition like when you went in? Were you in solitary or you were in the main jail?
When I was arrested, when I went to jail, I was told that there's like a pellagra outbreak.
Yes.
So I was I was taken into a clinic.
Yeah.
Inside the prison complex.
Okay.
Where I was injected.
With what?
It was injection, but to me, it was the way they explained it to me. It was appearing more like immunization against that pellagra outbreak in prison. Only to find out when I was in prison to ask other prisoners.
Yeah.
No one was ever injected or immunized against the pellagra.
Okay, who injected? Was it a young nurse, an older nurse, a man?
It was a man wearing those white like a nurse.
Okay, what was his name?
I don't know. There was no name tag.
Okay, so it was in the clinic at Harare
Central Remand Prison.
Prison.
Yes.
Okay. Then when you went inside, did you feel any effects of that injection?
At the moment, I was just feeling dizzy, but you know when you know that you are this injection, the purpose is for you not to have diseases.
Yeah.
You deal with it, and happily so.
Correct.
But I think then the following Friday I collapsed. I was sick the whole Friday.
Yeah.
Because what happened was when I was incarcerated, high court judges visited the prison.
Okay.
On a fact-finding mission.
Yeah.
To ask prisoners about the conditions of living, everything.
Yes.
About their court cases.
Yes.
So the officer in charge of the prison, in Zimbabwe, first he speaks to prisoners and say, yeah, we don't want to gaga, just make it quick. Say about your case. So I realized that they didn't want people to expose the ills at prison.
Yes.
I raised my hand.
Yeah.
And no one was ready to pick me to point my hand for me to talk.
Yes.
They knew who I am.
Yes.
So I then talked, and I talked about we were going like 2 weeks without bathing.
Which judges were there?
High court judges.
Which ones?
I can't remember their names, but they almost all.
So it was about more than 20 judges.
Yes, from even major street courts, they were there.
Okay.
So I talked about prisoners were going sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no bathing, no water for bathing. I talked about the food.
Yeah.
They are stealing the food for prisoners.
Yeah.
Selling, taking to home or selling it.
Those the guys the guards.
No, it's done by the officer in charge because it's a war veteran.
Okay, what's his name?
I forgot his name.
Okay. Right, so you spend 2 weeks there inside that remand prison.
I spent 30 days.
Okay. But this first period before you go to court.
Yeah, it was about almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
You know, I'm almost reluctant to ask you this question. There is always this view that when you go to jail, there are some guys who are waiting there to attack you. Is it true?
Yes, it's true. If you're a political prisoner.
Yeah.
Yes.
They work for who?
They are CIOs.
Posing as prisoners.
No. Okay. When I was arrested, as I say, I was injected.
Yeah.
Currently, I've done an HIV test.
Yeah.
I'm negative.
Okay.
So I still need the advanced tests. I don't know, maybe in US or wherever.
Yeah.
Because this cancer, they say, if it's cancer, they say it's not easy to detect.
Okay. So you are afraid that something could have been put in your body.
Yes.
That will kill you.
Yeah, because they lied that it was the immunization, but no prisoner is ever immunized there.
Okay, I'm sure that's something that you need to attend to very urgently.
Yes. So at prison,
yes,
there are prison guards who are CIOs and military intelligence who works as prison guards, but they are CIO or military intelligence.
Okay.
Secondly, they are prisoners. Remember, I was in the D section.
Yeah.
D section is where the most dangerous are. Those who do rape, violent crime, robberies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was in the D section.
Yeah.
In the D section, because I was a political prisoner, people are tired of Mnangagwa in Zimbabwe. So other prisoners were on my side. They were taking me like a hero.
So they were protecting you.
They came to me and told me, you know what, leader, here don't say anything else. You see this person who is a military major, army major. He's arrested here fake. He's on a fake. He's got a cell phone.
He's a fake prisoner.
They were in my cell. There were more than 10 people. Other CIOs, other military personnel, even majors in the army were there. Maybe they can just lie that I was arrested for fraud or whatever. But they've got cell phones, which has got data. They are gathering information.
Do they go out?
Yes.
At some point?
They go out. For example, let me say, how did they go to their military court?
Yeah.
They lie like they are attending a military court there.
Yeah.
At the military, they've got their own cells.
Yeah.
Holding. He can go 1 week. He can go, but they are sharing the information now, and then they further assign him on what else to do. So they are fake prisoners, and they know me that I'm short fused.
Yeah.
So the purpose number one was to provoke me.
Okay.
So that we started a prison fight.
And they kill you.
Because these people are trained whether in kung fu, whether in karate. So that was the first purpose, to provoke me into a fight and then kill me, so that it appears like it was a prison or gang fight.
Okay.
Then I was told of that, and people told me not to respond to any provocation.
How old are these guys?
Young, mostly plus or minus 30.
Do you think they feel the pain that we are feeling of not having jobs?
Okay. You know what is happening with ZANU-PF? ZANU-PF spend a lot of our GDP in propaganda.
Okay.
And brainwashing. People in the army, they don't employ Zimbabweans. They employ people, they employ people from ZANU-PF.
Okay.
ZANU-PF youth is the hotbed of recruitment for CIOs in the military.
I agree with you.
Those people, they know, and they also recruit in ZANU-PF, they recruit people in prisons. Let's say you are under murder, maybe you killed 3 people.
Yeah.
You know that you are going to be hanged or something.
Yeah.
They recruit you that can we make you, they take you into the hit squad.
Yeah.
Either of the CIO or of the army.
So you can actually get out.
You can get out. Probably you need to deal with 5 people.
Yes.
And then you get out.
Yeah.
So you have got to make a deal. Maybe you kill someone in prison.
Yeah.
And then they release you. Your case would go to court and then they say no evidence.
Okay. So let's go to where you collapsed. What happened when you collapsed?
I collapsed, and then I was sleeping like the whole day in the pub, in the way prisoners relax.
They didn't come to attend to you?
Nothing. The whole day I couldn't walk. Fellow prisoners were moving me around, and then it happened twice.
Yeah.
The following week again I collapsed.
Okay. Did you go to court after the 2 weeks?
Yeah, I was always going to court, but for routine, remand. They always, you always go to court, then they just say your case is postponed. Because me and my lawyers, we refused the trial.
Yes.
Because we filed a constitutional challenge.
Okay.
To say the charges under which I'm charged are undemocratic, are unconstitutional.
Yes.
Because if you say me as an opposition leader, I insulted Mnangagwa and Chwenga, what it simply says is that before I give any speech, I must email it to the office of Mnangagwa for editing, to approve. Or otherwise I'll be charged.
Yes.
So, in a democratic dispensation, an opposition leader his office is to oppose the ills and the dictatorship applied by Mnangagwa. So we refused. When we said we challenged so when your case is going to constitutional court, it can't be tried in the magistrate's court.
Correct.
So it was dismissed on frivolous reasons, that on a technicality that the accused was supposed to give evidence.
Okay, so that was after the 30 days.
No.
When they dismissed the score.
Oh yeah, I was out on bail.
The question I want to ask you is regarding other activists. Did anyone visit you, or did anyone do anything to give attention to your case? Any journalist, the ones that were supposed to take you to arrest Mnangagwa?
Yes.
MDC, all this. Did anyone?
They did their best. Zimai.com, Simbaji Kanza.
Yes.
Did a good job, because even they reported my arrest.
Yes.
They did it very well. It's called, what is ZW, this one?
ZW News.
Open Pali.
Open Pali?
Yeah, and then Pindula News, Studio 7.
Okay, so everyone was giving attention to your case?
Yes. Even,
did anyone come?
ZTV reported.
ZTV reported.
All the radio stations.
Okay. Did anyone come to visit you?
I was getting a lot of strange visitors.
Like whom?
People, they identify themselves like I'm Peter or Shumba, but the way they ask me, you can tell that these people are acting like they are loyal to me, but they want some information.
They brought you food?
Yes. I was taking food, but I was not eating it. I would throw it away.
Did you ever think of getting this food tested?
No. I was not. My policy was not to eat at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your life was in danger throughout?
Throughout. Okay.
Besides these people, did anyone in the opposition circle visit you?
No. No one. Because in Zimbabwe, you are considered an opposition if you are under the tent of MTC.
Okay, but next week we want to talk about that. People don't actually know your history. But you have told me a lot about your MDC history. So we're going to talk about that next week. So what I just wanted to say is, I know it makes many people bitter that when they are fighting for Zimbabwe, Then when the time comes and they're in trouble, you find yourself alone. Did you get that feeling?
Okay, you can say that again. You know, I've realized that the reason why Zimbabwe will never be free soon,
yes,
is because our revolution has got shareholders.
Okay.
If you denounce, if you are critical of Mnangagwa and critical of Chamisa or MDC,
yes,
you are taken as you are taken in a worse off position than even ZANU-PF. So people, they believe that we have got directors of the revolution, chairmen, I mean shareholders, correct, CEOs.
So you felt bitterness that I am in here
suffering,
30 days.
Suffering for Zimbabweans.
Because I'm trying to act against this evil regime.
Yes.
But no one is willing to come here to help me.
Nobody at all. And for me, I realized that the Zimbabweans, they are not fighting. They are not fighting for the country. They are not fighting for their lives. They are fighting for certain personalities to be in president's office.
Okay. So after that, what were the costs of the lawyers? How much did you pay the lawyers?
I don't know, because my lawyers for human rights, you don't pay them.
Okay, so Zimbabwe lawyers for human rights.
Yes.
They assisted you with the case.
Yeah, all through until I left the country. I left the country. I left my cases.
Okay, those guys are doing a great job. Yes. Because most people in Zimbabwe would be in jail right now.
Yeah.
If we didn't have Zimbabwe.
They paid my bail, everything.
Okay, I know them because they've also assisted me in the past.
Okay.
In Zimbabwe. And maybe I could help the lawyer with his transport or something.
Okay.
But it was not, without them, I would not have been assisted.
They did the same good job to me.
Yes. So, how much was when you finally left, how much was your bail? When were you granted bail?
Okay, I was granted bail around, I was arrested on the 11th of March.
Yeah.
I think I came out of prison on the 8th of June. Of April.
Of April?
Yeah.
So that was almost a month.
Yes.
And then you skipped?
No. When I left the prison, I had people tracking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was reporting in Masingo, in a village.
Yes. In your home village.
Yes. I reported, I think, twice. I was reporting every Tuesday and every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but except when I'm also appearing in court, I couldn't report the same. So what happened was I was having cars following me.
Military intelligence.
Military intelligence.
Did you ever ask them, why are you following me?
You can't ask someone why are you following me, because they are obviously following you at the order, under the orders of Mnangagwa.
Yeah, but Chamisa confronted them in Zimbabwe Park.
Yeah, but it doesn't help. Because you know what, they can only better their game. Yeah. If you confront them, then that means next time they will follow you in a way that you won't see them.
Okay.
It's better to keep it that way. To know that if they are following you.
Who do you think is sending military intelligence to follow people?
It's a Emerson Mnangagwa.
Why? For what purpose?
Oh, thank you. Mnangagwa is in presidency. Is running the country by force.
Yes.
People who love him, they are less than 10%. So when a president is running the country because of his skill of being heartless, because of his skill to kill, then any voice of reason in Zimbabwe, any voice of bravery, you are taken as the enemy. You are a threat to his power. Because my going to his office to arrest him was symbolic, was the ignition of a revolution. If I had gone there and they didn't arrest me, I wanted to go around the country and start a revolution.
Okay.
Because in Zimbabwe, we want a peaceful revolution to uprise.
Yeah.
Because Mnangagwa has clearly failed. And although people had given him a mandate to say, although you are in the office illegally, change our fortunes, he is failing. So we need to remove Mnangagwa peacefully. If we fail, violently so.
Okay. I think let's look at this next time.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily think Mnangagwa himself is the problem. I don't mind Mnangagwa at all, but I think in Zimbabwe we tend to forget that there's a system that is bigger than Mnangagwa.
Okay.
Mnangagwa had to run from his own system at one point and skip to Mozambique. Don't you think there's another center of power besides Mnangagwa?
Thank you. in English, we have got a word we call responsibility.
Yes.
If I'm the manager of your company,
Yeah.
no matter there's another parallel structure within the company.
Yes.
But if there's maybe 20 rand short, I should be answerable. I must either resign or take responsibility.
Okay. What if the military is running a parallel operation that no one else knows?
So Mnangagwa must continue running the country, taking responsibility, or resign. Because you don't run a country which has got a parallel structure.
Okay.
You don't.
Because I often wonder why someone would spend all that fuel, for example, to follow Apostle Chiwenga to Masvingo from Harare and back, to follow Nelson Chamisa everywhere he goes, to follow my brother Tinashe Jonasi.
Yes.
Everywhere he goes.
It's to kill you or to intimidate you. Because surely, you know why I left Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
I left Zimbabwe because I realized that I was not afraid that they are going to kill me.
Yeah.
Because by playing politics in Zimbabwe, I know what is at stake.
Okay.
I can't be afraid. I was in South Africa safely here, but I left South Africa to go to Zimbabwe. To go to Mnangagwa's office. Surely that's not the behavior of someone who is afraid to die. But being brave doesn't mean being suicidal.
Correct.
You don't go and kiss a lion.
Okay.
Because you are brave.
Right. So, right, let's go back because I want this story to finish. We left you where you were being followed.
Yes.
But you've been granted bail.
Yes.
How did you evade these guys?
Thank you. Actually, I realized someone advised me that the way they are following you and know wherever you are, it's because they follow your cell phones.
Yes.
So I was not thinking of that. You know, I was sleeping, like the moment I reached Zimbabwe, I could sleep in Beitbridge today, tomorrow Bulawayo, tomorrow Harare. You know,
but they will still be there.
They will be still.
It's like a shadow, bro.
There are cars without number plates.
Yes.
So then someone says to me, no. It's because of your cell phones.
Okay.
If you want to go somewhere to have a meeting with someone, make sure you leave your phones.
Yeah.
But the problem now, the challenge is when I go somewhere without my phones again, what happens when I'm in danger?
Yes.
I can't call anyone quickly.
Yes.
So what I did was I was going to report for bail in Masvingo.
Yeah.
Then I used someone's car.
Yeah.
Because in Zimbabwe, I was not using one car.
Yes.
Knowing that if I can use one car, 5 Magonye to follow me.
Correct.
So I was using someone's car, and a car which was like a private car.
Yeah.
Someone who stays in South Africa.
Yes.
He was driving back to Polokwane.
Yes.
So I said, give me a lift to Masvingo.
Yeah.
So that in Masvingo I will connect with someone.
Yes.
To the village.
Yeah.
So when we are arriving, I forget whether it's Chivu or it's Mvuma, where there's too much chicken inns.
Yes.
Where buses from South Africa
Chivu.
It's Chivu.
Yes.
You could tell the cars were overtaking.
Yeah.
Overtaking. Wait for us. Overtake. So I never told him.
Yeah.
But he asked me, he was with his family, his wife and everything.
Yeah.
He said to his wife, do you see these cars have been following us for a distance now? So I asked him for a lift. It's like paying.
Yeah.
I mean,
you didn't tell him.
Introduce myself.
Yes.
Who I am. So then he started checking me in this mirror.
Yeah.
He was now asking himself, why are we being followed?
Okay.
Was he just an ordinary guy?
Yeah.
Then he realized, he started checking, who is this guy I gave a lift? Then without saying, he just said to me, Mr. Jonas, why are you doing this?
That's funny, man.
He said, why are you doing this to my family? Seriously.
You're putting us in danger.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're at Chivu now.
Yes.
So you dropped off at Chivu.
No, what I said to him was, can you just, I said, I'm sorry. Then I said, can you drive into Chicken Inn?
Yeah.
So he just turned into Chicken Inn there. Then I went like to the bathrooms.
Yeah.
The direction of bathrooms. Off into, then I took my SIM cards and threw them away.
Yeah.
And then I went into the location there.
So you left the car, you told him to go?
Yes, to go. Then I left.
Yeah.
Then I slept somewhere. And then the following night, that's when I went to Beitbridge.
So you didn't report that day?
No, I didn't.
You missed your report.
Then I had to leave now immediately.
Because now you had missed the reporting, they're going to arrest you again.
No. Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, obviously, my explanation that I was being followed is the same system. They won't listen to that.
Okay.
I was not arrested. I was not afraid of being arrested and denied bail. But I was. These guys were now only for something. The way they were following us that day, it was intense. Because they wanted to stop the car.
Right. So you came to South Africa.
Yes, through the
border,
through the river.
You didn't go to the border.
Oh, how can I go to the border?
How did you pass the border, the border of Zimbabwe?
Through the river.
With someone, you paid someone to take you across?
No, not through the border.
Yeah, I mean those guys who take you across.
No, not the border.
Did you pay a Malaysia?
Through the river.
Yeah, I understand. But
yes.
by your own assistance?
No. Yeah. By people who crosses people.
Okay, how much does it cost?
I think I was charged 500 rand.
To cross over?
Yes.
The Gumagumas?
Yes.
Okay.
But they crossed me like with a group of other people. Not like I was alone.
But everyone pays 500 to
yes.
the Gumagumas?
Yes.
Okay.
They didn't know who I am.
Right. That's fantastic. So now you're in South Africa. You came in April.
No. I came, end of April, yes.
End of April.
Yes.
1 month in jail. Were you working in South Africa before you left? Before you went to Zimbabwe?
I've never worked in South Africa.
So you are just here doing your own private business?
Yes, because this is not a country to work actually.
Okay. So did you manage to get? You were not affected. You didn't lose your job. Your family were not evicted.
No, I didn't lose my job because I'm not working. I'm self-employed.
Yeah. And your family was not evicted. Yes. Your kids are still going to school. Everything.
Yes.
Okay, that's fantastic. Because I've got a guy who was in Zimbabwe now. He was arrested for collecting the MDC petition, and he spent 6 months in jail. So you were very lucky that you spent 30 days because he was in jail for 6 months. He just came back now from August. What do you think about this system in Zimbabwe?
The system of ZANU-PF is doing what they want willy-nilly because the biggest opposition, which is MDC, is when someone is arrested, they don't do demonstrations to see release, or when someone is killed, like even Tsangirai was killed by military intelligence.
Yes.
Prophet Chiwenga, Apostle Chiwenga was the accident was staged by the government.
The government, yes.
But Chamisa won't say about it because Chamisa is you are an enemy to him when you get prominence or something. Yes.
You think it's a competition?
It's a competition
between the MDC.
The MDC has got a mentality that they own the revolution.
Okay.
When they are lawyers who just talk in Harvest House there.
Right. So I want us to dig deeper into this because I've got you with me every week, and I want the audience to understand the topics that we're talking about here. They are very important because Zimbabwe cannot change without change agents.
Yes.
And I see you as a change agent.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor.
I think in the whole of Zimbabwe, if we had 100 people like you, Zimbabwe would not be where it is now.
Take me to the laboratory to multiply me.
Okay, right. So now you are in South Africa. Let's briefly close. We're on 45 minutes now. What are your future plans? Now that you're here,
okay,
you've been tortured.
Yeah.
You've got proof that ZANU-PF has tortured people.
Yes.
And you want to take this to international courts.
Yes.
Do you have a plan of how you're going to do this?
Okay. The first plan is to expose their witchcraft, their cultic ways of treating people.
Yes.
The second is obviously to mobilize Zimbabweans in South Africa.
Yes.
We need to. South Africa is the second Zimbabwe.
Yes.
In terms of Zimbabwean population.
Okay.
So we need to close doors here, in this country.
Yeah.
To make sure that ZANU-PF doesn't come here and do what they want. We need to close the embassy and consulate of Zimbabwe here. Correct. But they're agents of evil.
This Zimbabwe embassy here.
The Zimbabwe embassy in Pretoria must be closed. The consulate in Joburg, Pretoria must be closed. We want to meet them and ask them who are they representing in this country.
Correct.
If Mnangagwa was not voted by Zimbabweans, Who appointed them as the ambassadors here?
Okay.
And secondly, if the border, we want to work around closing the border. Why? Because customs duty is charged on citizens to protect the local industry.
Yes.
That's the purpose of customs duty.
Yes.
But in Zimbabwe, products people bring into Zimbabwe, 90% of them or more are not even manufactured or produced in the country.
Correct.
So why charging duty?
Okay. So the first stage is you need to expose the torture.
Yes.
In Zimbabwe.
And then the second is a revolution.
A revolution here in South
We need to lead a revolution from South Africa.
Correct.
Because people in Zimbabwe, they can't revolt. Their phones are bugged, are being listened to. Their social media
being followed.
They are being arrested, nearly being tortured. So us in South Africa, we are free. We need to take the revolution to another step.
All right. So Zimbabweans, are they ready for change? You can come here and you put a revolution in Zimbabwe. Do Zimbabweans understand democracy, free speech, the ability to choose an organization of your choice? Are you not going to free people from a frying pan into a fire?
Okay, thank you. Zimbabweans, remember a Zimbabwean of 1980
yes.
and a Zimbabwean of 2019
yeah.
are completely different. What's up is a political workshop.
Correct. That's why they blocked it.
To Zimbabweans.
Yes.
I mean, Zimbabweans are now traveling all across the world, studying in China, studying in Russia, studying in South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, immigration. I mean, Zimbabweans are migrating to different countries.
Correct.
So, a Zimbabwean now's mind is now, fertile for political education. So, we need much information dissemination to Zimbabweans to act as political therapy, because they are brainwashed. And action. A revolution starts with one person, 2 people, 3 people. People join a revolution.
Right, but why are they not revolting when they earn $50? Your money was $500 in January.
Yes.
Now it's $50. Why do they have to wait?
Zimbabweans are under house arrest by ZANU-PF. When they are under house arrest by ZANU-PF, MDC comes and do them yoga, political yoga.
Yes.
To say, let's do yoga here.
They are not,
in that
yeah.
MDC yoga, yes. That's where they scream, they join the Chamisa Chete choir.
Okay.
And then they scream Yezo Cobra for the next century.
Yes.
A revolution can be led. MDC Alliance is a Nelson Chamisa and BT law firm.
Correct.
Lawyers, they read the constitution. We are oppressed by the same constitution.
Okay.
Freeing a country is illegal. So, from the incumbents. So we need to disregard the constitution of Zimbabwe, because the constitution of Zimbabwe is for the elite. It's for Mnangagwa and Chiwenga. Okay. It's for the power that be. It's not for the poor Zimbabweans. That constitution in Zimbabwe is not for us. It's for Mnangagwa. Okay. So let us leave Mnangagwa and Chiwenga and the ZANU-PF cult to use that constitution. We don't need that constitution now.
Okay, right. So I think where we have reached is very important. You are saying the methods that are being used by the MDC at present,
they're academic and they are legal methods.
And we need more.
The country is under military rule.
Yes.
So Chamisa is on record to say we are a constitutionally abiding party. Yes. That is bullshit. Mm-hmm. We are under military rule. Robert Mugabe was more educated than even Chamisa.
Yes.
But he forgot about his political degrees, his educational degrees, and went to the bush. The same way now, we need to forget about the constitution and go into the bush.
Right. So I think we need to go deeper into this.
Yeah.
But because of the topic that we have addressed, which is very important, let us leave people with this thought.
Okay.
That the methods that we're using are not correct, are not sufficient, are not effective.
Freeing the country has got prison, has got bloodshed, has got disabilities.
It's got loss.
It's got loss. It's a loss. It's better to lose once. Mugabe and the company, more than 50,000 people were killed during the War for Liberation, but the country was free. Now, people are dying, killed. I mean, Apostle Chiwenga's wife and whatever killed. Bimbai Mzangirai killed. Itai Zamara killed. People are still dying, and how many people are dying through childbirth, both of poor medical facilities? How many people are being killed in foreign countries?
Yes.
Last week we had a Zimbabwean journalist killed in Cape Town.
Yes, I remember. Chimombe
died like a dog.
Yes.
So many people are being killed now. Plus or minus 30,000.
Yes.
When we are not united, we are killed one by one like a chicken, and the numbers can even surpass a war zone.
Correct. And most people think that it won't happen to them.
It's better we die now to confront Mnangagwa. Some people, they are timid people. Mnangagwa was afraid of me without a gun and everything, thinking I had bombs. He almost shit his pants.
Yes. Right. So, I am sure everyone understands the pain of what you went through. Imprisoned, tortured, taken by military intelligence, put in court for frivolous charges, injected, and obviously during the time when you were in Zimbabwe, you lost money because you could not do your business.
I can't do anything.
Right. I think let people digest this, and I'm sure that as we go, people will start to understand who Mr. Tinashe Jonasi is.
Or General Scarfless.
Yes, scarf. I remember that incident where you took that scarf from a ZANU-PF guy in an interview. It's still the most symbolic thing that happened in Zimbabwe. And I would like to thank you for joining me in these discussions, because we reach a lot of people. We want young people like you who are not afraid to confront ZANU-PF. Because I always tell people, these old guys, in 10 years, they won't be there. Chiwenga won't be there. Mnangagwa won't be there. There will be you and me, Chamisa, and all the other guys.
And our kids.
And our kids. So, the Zimbabwe that we're going to inherit is the one that you're creating.
Yeah.
So, I really appreciate that, everything that you've done. And I hope that you'll be able to take the police, military intelligence, who took you and tortured you illegally, and report them so that when Zimbabwe is finally democratic, they can face the music. Because no one is allowed to torture anyone.
Yeah. Especially for practicing your conscience and your rights.
And the police in Zimbabwe, I think they need to change. I was with a lot of other guys here, activists who were tortured, people like Zamara who have disappeared. And that's why Zimbabwe doesn't develop, because everyone is now afraid.
But Zamara was disappeared because of us Zimbabweans.
Okay.
You know what ZANU-PF does? When they abduct you,
yes,
they keep you safe somewhere.
Okay.
To watch how the country is going to respond.
Yeah.
So if opposition parties they go silent, they actually use the disappearance as politicking.
Correct.
It's useless.
Yeah.
Zamara was. I want to believe Zamara was killed a long time later.
Yes.
They wanted to see if the country is going to be in chaos. Nothing.
Yeah, but Zamara was protesting by himself.
No, I'm trying to say he was by himself because the opposition parties in Zimbabwe, they would never support him because he's
not in their party.
They want you to come to be in their party.
Okay.
They don't want you, because the opposition parties in Zimbabwe are led by cowards.
Okay.
They know what the right thing to do is to confront the ZANU-PF head on.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the balls to do that.
Yeah.
Anyone with the balls, you are classified as Mnangagwa's ZANU-PF project, or you are insane.
Okay.
You are a threat to them.
Right. So we need a different approach.
Thank you.
Right. Mr. Tinashe Jonasi, I enjoy talking to you. And please, everyone who's watching, you are free to follow Mr. Tinashe Jonasi. You are on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm President Tinashe Jonas on Facebook.
Yes.
President Tinashe Jonas on Instagram.
Okay.
President Tinashe Jonas on Twitter.
Right. All these 3 platforms. Do you have a WhatsApp number which people can follow you on, or
yes,
not yet?
Yes, I've got it.
Okay, let's have it.
It's 064
okay
297
yes
5083 064
yes
297
yes
5083.
Okay, so you are free to communicate directly with him. You are free to communicate with me directly. If you phone my number, I'll answer you. If you phone Mr. Jonasi, he'll answer you. This is the new kind of communication that we have. And we need change in our country. So thank you very much for joining us. Please like, comment and share on this post. Like our Facebook page. And subscribe to the Gambakwe Media YouTube channel. Right, so we are on